Hey guys, this is your friend Astro Anvish, and I'm going to give you the transit results for the month of February for the sign of Virgo. And let's get started. So, the sign of Virgo, the ascendant Virgo, the main planets are going to be the Mercury, the Saturn, and the Venus. So, let us start with Mercury. Okay, so guys, look. Mercury is in the fourth house. Fourth house is the house of comforts. It is the house of luxury. It is the house of your mother. It is the house of the things that are important in your life that makes you feel comfortable. Your house, your things, your materialistic things. And Mercury in the eighth house at 18 degrees. It only it is the sign of Sagittarius, and it is going to give you a lot of benefits regarding this house. You are going to invest in something. You're going to get yourself new things. You are going to get yourself more comfortable, more luxury and stuff. So that is one important thing about Mercury in this house. Mercury's aspect is going to be in your 10th house. 10th house is the house of career. It is the house of your profession. And Mercury's aspect in the 10th house, it is going to give you you're going to get more focused in your career. You're going to get more vocal in your career. It is the sign of Gemini, and sign of Gemini in the 10th house, it is its own house of Mercury. So Mercury is going to give you a lot of benefits regarding that house. You're going to think about your profession. You're going to be more vocal. You will be being more involved and thinking, planning more about your profession. You're going to plan out things. So that is going to be in your favor. So that is one thing that is very important for Mercury in this transit. So after Mercury, let us go to Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of fifth house and the sixth house, and it is right now in the sixth house in the sign of Aquarius. So Saturn in the sixth house, it makes Shatru Hanta Yoga, which is the enemy destruction yoga. In this yoga, what happens is you get your, and you have to face your enemies, and then you overcome your enemies. You defeat them no matter what. Sixth house is the house of unexpected things, accidents, unfortunate things, loans, your enemies, your diseases, accidents and stuff. So Saturn is a very fighter planet. It is it is considered to be a very disciplined kind of a planet. So it is going to remove all the obstacles from the sixth house, and it is going to protect you from a lot of things. Saturn is at Venus. It is a very good combination right now that is happening in the charts. Okay, Saturn's first aspect is going to be on the eighth house. Eighth house is the house of age, and Saturn is a very slow moving planet. So what is going to do, it is going to help you get your health together, and it is going to increase your age, because Saturn is a very slow moving planet, and when its effect happens in the eighth house, it makes that house very slow. So Saturn's aspect in the eighth house, it is going to help you manage your age, manage your health together, so your age will increase. So that is one thing that is happening. Saturn, eighth house is the house of secrets. Saturn is going to bring out a lot of secrets in open when it is going to, it is aspecting that house. So it is going to bring out a lot of secrets. Saturn's second aspect is going to be in your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the 12th house. 12th house aspect of Saturn, 12th house is the house of, losses. It is the house of, defeat. It is the house of expenditure. It is the house which is the things that are present in this world but are away from it, like kind of dreams, lucid things. So that kind of stuff is in the 12th house, and Saturn's aspect in the 12th house, it is going to be very natural benefit for this house. So it is going to help you get the pure benefits out of this house without giving it unwanted things. Saturn's third aspect is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10 in the third house. Third house is the house of efforts, and Saturn is a very disciplined, very hardworking planet. So it is going to give you a lot of efforts. You're going to make a lot of efforts, and you're going to get, you're going to overcome a lot of things. So that kind of stuff is going to happen with you guys. So Mercury in the fourth house, it is giving you a lot of benefits from your career. And luxury. Saturn is helping you manage things. Okay, now let us go to Venus. Venus is the ruler of Taurus and Libra. Taurus is in the ninth house right now, and Libra is the second house. So Venus is in the sixth house. It kind of makes the thing is that Venus is spouse, it is your life partner, and sixth house is the house of enemies. So Venus in the sixth house is not a very good placement for Venus, because it makes you get more involved in disputes with your spouse, with your life partner. So that kind of stuff can happen. Venus aspect is going to go in the 12th house, and in 12th house Venus becomes a very natural benefit, because Venus is luxury and 12th house is expenditure. So you are going to spend a lot of money regarding your leisures, your luxuries, your expenditures are going to be focused on yourself. So you are going to do a lot of things for yourself. So that kind of stuff can happen. But Venus position in the sixth house is not very good, because sixth house is the house of enemies, and Venus is a planet of your spouse. So you're going to have a lot of disputes with your spouse, right? So that kind of stuff can happen. So you have to be a little careful about that for this month. Soon Venus is going to change its place. It's going to go in the seventh house, and seventh house becomes a natural benefit. So after a while, you don't have to worry about anything. So this is what Venus is saying right now. Let us go to other planets. So I've covered Mercury, I've covered Saturn, I've covered Venus. Now let us go to Jupiter. Jupiter is a big planet, right? And Jupiter, when it goes in some house, it expands that house. So what happens? The seventh house, it becomes, if it is alone, if Jupiter is alone in the seventh house, it kind of, destroys that house. So there can be little disputes with your business, with your spouse, with your partners. You can get in disputes with them. So you have to be a little careful about that. This month of February, you're going to have to be careful about how to speak things that are, is making things difficult for you. You have to control it. You have to keep your speech in control, or otherwise you can get in disputes. So that kind of stuff can happen. So you have to be really careful about it. Okay. Jupiter's aspect is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 11th house, in the first house, and in the third house. When the 11th house aspect, in the 11th house is the house of progress. So you're going to make a lot of financial growth, and because Jupiter's aspects are known as, it is a very positive thing. Jupiter's aspect, it is a very positive thing. It expands the house, it makes it better. So in the house of progress, the 11th house, Jupiter's aspect is going to help you make things better for your life. Jupiter's aspect is going to increase the efficiency of the 11th house, and what happens is the 11th house, you're going to gain a lot of money, you're going to make a lot of good financial growth. So that kind of stuff can happen. Jupiter's aspect in the first house, first house is the house, it is your house, it is your ascendant, your body. So Jupiter is going to give you a lot of comfort, a lot of, because Jupiter is in Pisces, it is its own sign. So Jupiter's aspect is going to be very good for you. It is going to give you a lot of confidence. It is going to give you a lot of, pleasure. It is going to give you a lot of comforts in life, right? So that kind of stuff can happen. Jupiter's aspect in the third house is the house of hard work, and Jupiter's aspect in the third house is not considered very good, because Jupiter is a very calm and composed planet, and its aspect in the third house, it doesn't do much, but you are going to be active regarding your elders. Your elders are going to say something, and you're going to do that. So that kind of stuff can happen. So yeah, Jupiter is also good. Well, Saturn is good because it is in a natural benefic house. Venus is okay. Well, it is not very good, but its aspect is good. Jupiter's aspect in the third house is not good, but still it is giving you aspect from the 11th house and the first house, so that is good. Now let us go to, well, I've covered Mercury, Saturn, Venus, Jupiter. Let's go to Mars. Mars right now is in the ninth house. Ninth house is the sign of Taurus. Mars is a very fiery planet. It is a fighter planet. Mars is energy, pure energy. Mars effect in the ninth house. What happens? It brings a lot of passion. It brings a lot of luck to you. It brings a lot of male energy in your life. You're going to get benefits from males in your life, right? So, you will get benefits from friends. You will get benefits from your elders, right? So that kind of stuff can happen. Mars is a very fiery planet, and it brings a lot of luck when it is in the ninth house. It doesn't bring a lot of spirituality, but a lot of luck. Very practical things are going to happen. Mars aspect is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 12th house, 6, 7 in the sorry, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the 3rd house, 8 in the 4th house. Okay, so Mars aspect is going to be in the 12th house. So 12th house aspect of Mars is not going to be very good, because 12th house, Mars has nothing to do with 12th house. It kind of gives you the feeling of loneliness, but it's still okay. There's nothing to be worried about, because you can have a feeling of loneliness, but you will still be together with friends, so there's nothing to worry about. Its aspect in the 3rd house is going to give you a lot of hard work, because 3rd house is the house of hard work, and Mars aspect in the 3rd house is going to give you a lot of passion regarding your career, regarding your life, putting stuff together. So that kind of stuff can happen. So Mars energy in the 3rd house is going to make you a little more outgoing, a little more focused on and dedicated towards the things that you want to do. Mars aspect in the 4th house, well, it is also working like Mercury, but its aspect on Mercury is not very good. But Mars energy in the 4th house is going to get you more involved with your mother. It's going to get you more involved with your comforts. It is going to get you more involved with the luxuries of life, so you can make your life better. So that kind of stuff can happen with Mars. So Mars energy in the 4th house is very good right now. Okay, guys. So that is what Mars is doing right now. Well, Sun is in the 5th house. 5th house is the house of love. It is the house of feelings. It is the house of knowledge. So Sun is a fire planet, and in the 5th house, it is going to bring you a lot of passionate feelings, a lot of, you will be more concerned about your children. You will be more concerned and more, focused about your love life. You will be very caring about it. So that kind of stuff can happen with Sun in the, if anybody is expecting, to have a child or some child. So the chances of, if the child is born in this time, they are likely to be born males, because Sun is a male energy. So that kind of stuff can happen, because Sun is a fiery planet, is a male planet. So that those people can have a lot of, a powerful Sun will be in their charts, right? So that is going to be very good for you guys. Okay, Sun's aspect is going to be in the 11th house. The 11th house aspect of Sun is going to be very good, because it is going to give you a lot of bonuses, financial stability. Your finances will be good. You will be more involved in your business. You are going to be more involved in your finances. You will get a lot of benefit from your finances, right? Okay. Now let us go to Rahu. Well, Rahu is in the 8th house. 8th house Rahu becomes a very natural benefit, because 8th house, a malefic planet in a malefic house, is considered to be very good. So Rahu in the 8th house is going to help you increase your age. It is going to help you in getting good health. It is going to reveal secrets. It is going to make you more your engineering capabilities are going to be very good. So that kind of stuff can happen. You will be more involved in things. You will be involved in learning things. You will be more sexually active. So that kind of stuff can happen. Rahu is going to aspect is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 12th house, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 4th house, the 2nd house, and the 12th house. Well, in the 12th house, Rahu becomes, its energy is very benefic, because it is all, it is also a malefic house, and malefic house, malefic planets brings out good results in that house. So Rahu's energy in the 12th house is going to give you a lot of, your expenses will be under control. You are going to have a lot of lucid dreamings. Your intuition will be very good. So that kind of stuff can happen with Rahu in the 12th house. Rahu's aspect in the 2nd house, it is going to give you problems with your family. Rahu is always retrograde, so it is, it becomes very powerful. So Rahu's aspect in the 2nd house, your voice can be a little harsh, and it can create disputes with your family. So that kind of stuff can happen. So you have to be very careful about it. Rahu's energy in the fourth house is also not considered very good. It is the house of, it is Sagittarius and it is the house of Jupiter, and Rahu's energy in the house of Jupiter is not considered very good. So Rahu is going to, bring out disputes with, you can get very overwhelmed with your luxury, your comforts. You can be a little more stressed in taking care of those things. That kind of stuff can happen. So you have to be a little more careful about it. Ketu's in the second house. Ketu's second house is not considered very good, but is in the sign of Libra. So that is good because Libra is a very friendly sign for Ketu. So what is going to happen is Ketu is going to create differences between you and your family. So this month, you have to be a little more careful regarding your relationships, because Jupiter is creating havoc in the seventh house. Venus is present in the sixth house, Ketu in the second house. So you can have problems with your family, you can have disputes with the family. You have to be very careful about it this month. Ketu's aspect is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the sixth house, 6, 7 in the eighth house, 8, 9 in the 10th house. So Ketu's aspect in the sixth house, the eighth house, and the 10th house. Ketu's aspect in the sixth house is going to be very good because Ketu itself is a fighter planet and it is going to help you defeat your enemies. Ketu's aspect in the eighth house is going to help you care about yourself, care about your health, and your age is going to increase. Ketu's aspect in the 10th house, well, in 10th house, Ketu's aspect is going to make you a little bit worried about your work, about the stuff that you're going to do. So you have to be a little more careful about that. Moon is going to move all over and it is going to bring you different results regarding different houses of your chart. So that kind of stuff can, easily get you more agitated in life. So, okay guys, so this was my reading for the sign of Virgo for the month of February 2023. If you like it guys, hope you can follow me, and if you want your horoscope reading by me, you can hit me up on Fiverr. My link will be in the pinned comment. So I hope you guys like this.